Hey guys, True Man of Steel here. I am going to be doing my first TV review, and it's going to be of course, The Flash. The Flash pilot, of course, is directed by David Nutter and created by the same creators of Arrow, Mark Guggenheim, Andrew Kreisberg, and Greg Berlanti. I think that's how you say it. Starring Grant Gustin as the title character, The Flash, Barry Allen. I can't actually name some of the other actors off the top of my head. Tom Cavanaugh as Dr. Harrison Wells. Danielle Panabaker as Caitlin Snow. All those other characters I can't remember off the top of my head. My review of the pilot. Admittedly so, I had seen the pilot when it leaked online a while back, and when it first leaked, I was hesitant. I didn't want to see it at first because I wanted the anticipation of it to build and build and build until I was just I'm ready to see it. I'm ready to see it. I'm ready to see it. But of course, I caved in and I watched it, and I really liked it. For me being a DC fan, of course, I was really optimistic. I was really hopeful for it. Like, he had a good cameo in Arrow. I mean, it wasn't really a cameo. Like, he had 2 episodes done on Arrow, which was basically a segue into The Flash. Of course, the last episode of Grant Gustin's appearances in Arrow was him getting struck by lightning, leading to the events that happened in the pilot. And when I first heard of Grant Gustin's casting as Barry Allen, I'm just like, he's a little like most people. I'm like, he's a little too skinny. Like, he doesn't have blonde hair. I mean, that's just being nitpicky. I mean, just like, if the actor does a good job, then that should be all that matters. And he did a good job with the character. And of course, I still thought he was skinny, but that's besides the point. He did a good job with what he was given, and it was good. It was good material. So my thoughts on the pilot itself. It was good. Not the best pilot. It has a lot to work on. To me, it has more positives than negatives. Actually, you know what? I'm going to start with my negatives first, because I normally ramble on about the positives forever. My negatives of it, the villain of the episode. It's supposed to be a variation of the Weather Wizard. Clyde Martin, I believe is his character's name. Just weak villain. He just didn't have... I didn't understand the motivation. He was starting to call himself God, you're just being ridiculous. It was just ridiculous writing for that character, and I'm just like, I get it's a first episode, but it's just like, come on, treat it with a little bit more seriousness. Like, come on. The weak villain, it's just, the effects were cool, but you're just this is all he does. I'm back up here in my chair. This is all he does, that's all he does. He just creates storms and fogs and twisters. And I'm just like, that's it? Come on. Again, no motivation. You're just doing it because he had powers and now he believes himself to be God, which is ridiculous because they don't explain how or why he feels that way. And of course, as a pilot, you have to focus on the Flash himself. But for me, that was just one of my major gripes. I don't know how you guys are gonna react to this, but I didn't necessarily like the Iris West character and the way she was portrayed in the pilot. I mean, she may have gotten better since they've started filming the episodes, but in the pilot, I didn't like her, honestly. I liked her dad more than I liked her. And her dad I don't even know if he's even necessarily a comic book character. Off the top of my head, I don't know. She didn't do it for me. The actress didn't. And I don't see what more she can bring to the character other than the fact that, she's going to be a potential love interest. That's all I see, this actress bringing to that character is, just a potential love interest. And it just, for me, I don't like that. They're not treating the character with enough dignity and respect. In the comics, and from what I've seen, Young Justice, she's a good reporter, much like Lois Lane, she's a strong female character. Something that the writers of these shows really need. And it's something that, for the most part, they lack in, because obviously the show is connected to Arrow, and Arrow itself has struggled with its female characters and how they're written. And as much as I love Arrow, that's just an issue I have to address because as much as I love the show, it's not perfect. My favorite female character of that show, actually, okay, my top 2, because I believe they're even. Moira, Oliver's mom, and Felicity Smoke, which of course everyone loves. Because Felicity is given enough enough dignity. She's treated with enough dignity and respect that I like her, and she's written well 99.999% of the time. And with the Iris West character, what they've done with her this far, I just for the pilot alone, I didn't like the actress' performance. Like, did they make her play like just like typical girl love interest? Like, and none of that. Like, this, when I saw her, I didn't see Iris West, and it's just that's something. I don't know if it's necessarily the actress's fault or the writing. I think it's probably a little bit of both. But yeah, I think I rambled on a bit on the negatives for too long. But those are just my two big negatives: just Iris West and the villain who is supposed to be like Weather Wizard. My positives, though, just the Flash. I mean, we finally get another live action version of the Flash, something we haven't had since John Wesley Shipp, who is in the pilot. If you didn't know that, John Wesley Shipp, he played him in 1990, and I never saw the series itself. I saw the 2 hour pilot, and I mean, like, it was a long time ago, but to me personally, I kind of like that pilot better than I like this pilot. Even though back, like, then a little like a different type of cheesy, but it was still cheesy. I like that pilot a little better than this one. This one has a lot more positives, and John Wesley Shipp in it, that was a big positive. I mean, like, his character didn't have enough screen time, in my opinion. And honestly, like, when I first found out he was gonna be in the show, like, and they started showing like set photos, I'm like, dude, he's gonna be Jay Garrick. Like, holy, like, wow. Because they kind of, like, I don't know if that's just how he looks or whatever. But he came off like he was gonna be Jay Garrick, and obviously not. He's playing Henry Allen, Barry Allen's father, who is accused of murdering his mom. Like, which brings up another fact, another positive. I mean, Professor Zoom in this. The pilot did a very good job of making you question who really is Professor Zoom or Eobard Thawne. Because there's a character in the pilot, and his name is Eddie Thawne, who ends up dating Iris West, unfortunately. Um, he's decent. The actor, he just didn't have enough screen time for me to get to know him as a character. Um, of course, you see him have like a bit of like a mysterious background, like how he just ends up at every single situation that Barry's at, like, or how he conveniently knows information, like after Barry does it, so he gets the credit, not Barry. Um, that was really cool. And the fact that like they showed the Reverse Flash and like as he was like blurring around killing his mom, that was just really cool how they stuck to the comics for that. At least like the recent comics, and Jeff Johns on the character, and just Grant Gustin's the Flash, and just the big positive. I mean, he brought a real depth to the character that I really was kind of worried about, because in Arrow being so serious and dark, I didn't know how the Flash was going to fit in there, and he fit fairly well. And the fact they used Felicity to kind of bring him in, even though obviously Felicity wasn't the reason he came in, it's just for me, when I found out they're making the Flash, making the Flash appear on Arrow, Barry Allen, I'm just like, is that really going to work? Like, I don't know, I don't know, like the tone fits. And there's nothing in this show like the tone. So much lighter than Arrow. And the more I've watched the pilot, because I downloaded it. And actually, I saw the Comic-Con. I saw it in Hall H. And I saw all the casts, which is such a fun experience too, by the way. Just seeing the cast and actually seeing everyone's reactions to the pilot. Everyone loved the pilot, and it was cool seeing not only like the person I was there with, but it was actually my grandma. Just everyone in the crowd's fans, all the fans' reactions to the pilot, just reassured me, like, the pilot was good. It was really good, actually. Yes, it had its flaws, but overall, I enjoyed it. And like the hints to DC characters, like there's a nod to Gorilla Grodd. What else? I know there's more. Oh, in the very very end. If you haven't seen the pilot yet and you want to wait for it, skip this part or mute it, and I'll tell you. I'll give like a hand gesture to tell you when to listen again. All right, so spoiler. In the end, because the entire pilot, Harrison Wells is in a wheelchair, and then in the end, he gets up out of his wheelchair because he's in this room, and all of a sudden he gets out. Like, this is a weird room. He presses his handprint against a surface, and a door kind of like materializes open, like very futuristically, and it's a room. between kind of looks like it's made up of binary code. So anyways, he walks in this room, gets up out of his wheelchair, walks, waves his hand over this like orb thing at the light, and then it shines up a futuristic newspaper article, and it says like Flash missing, vanishes in Crisis. Which of course, if you're a DC fan and you know your history, that's a reference to Crisis on Infinite Earths, where Barry Allen, the Flash, was quote unquote killed. And to me, that was like, what? Like that's and they had a picture of the Flash for the article, and I think it was a CG picture, and it was Flash, and from what you could see in that angle, it was the traditional Flash costume with the white on the inside of the logo, which is something fans have a lot of problem with. Oh, another thing I want to mention, the suit, the practicality of it is like, I mean, they kind of try to explain it, and I'm just like, okay, it's supposed to be the Flash suit. Like, don't try to give me anything else. It's supposed to be the Flash suit. They came out really good. I wish they showed the Flash logo on it, because at first they didn't, because obviously he wasn't the Flash when he first put it on. The suit came out really good, and in the end, it was just, I like the final product. I like it a lot. So, anyways, back to the spoiler scene. I know I'm dragging this on. I really am. The spoiler scene where he sees the newspaper article. There's also, if you read the article down below, it says Wayne Tech / Queen Inc. merger complete. Which, if you don't know the name Wayne and you're a DC fan, you shouldn't even be a DC fan. Wayne Tech, of course, being Bruce Wayne, Batman reference. So, of course, fans who've seen it are like, are they going to cross it over? Like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I'm like, I doubt they're going to cross it over. But it's cool to know that, Batman exists in this universe to some extent. Of course, it wasn't a direct, there's Bruce Wayne. It's just Wayne Tech. But still, it's a cool reference. All right, unpause it. You're good. You're good to go. Again, just overall great pilot. Just a great, small appearance from Steve Amell, giving Barry the assurance he needed to do what he needed to get done. Just overall great pilot. Rating right now, 8 out of 10. Again, it has its issues. The villain being one, Iris West being the other, and then the little kid who played Barry, and I really I just like the whole bullying part of it. He's like, they're beating up kids because he didn't think they were cool enough. I'm just like, come on. Find a better reason to have them get beat up than him trying to defend kids because, a bullies are beating them up because they weren't cool enough. Whatever. Again, 8 out of 10. I highly recommend you guys watch the show. Obviously, I'm not exactly helping the case because I'm wearing a Flash t-shirt. Again, bought at Comic-Con. Again, great pilot. I'm really looking forward to this show. Captain Cold, the Arrow crossover, Felicity Smoke, all that. I'm looking forward to all of it. Again, you guys should be hearing from me soon. I'm definitely, once the show premieres, I'm going to be doing a weekly review of the episode. But unfortunately, that's not until October, which sucks. All right, guys, I'm really dragging this on here. You guys will hear from me soon. All right, guys, thanks for listening.